The RTS genre. So today we're back here with a new video and we're doing a tier listing of all RTS games that I could find. Now I haven't necessarily played every single one of them, but I'll do my best to lay out a nice little opinion and how I felt playing the game. Now this isn't necessarily fact driven or anything like that. If you don't agree, that's fine. Let me know down below on why you don't agree and what your thoughts are on those particular games. And if you want me to do more tier lists, just let me know in the future and I will do them. I've looked into doing Star Wars movies and shows, things like that. I've done them in the past, but anyway, I'll be doing this in a way that's how I felt about it, how well it did, do I still play it, and nostalgia based, things like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of it and I'll do more stuff like this in future. Anyway, let's get right into it. Ooh, we're here. Yeah, I just found this random tier listing and we're gonna look at RTS games. Now there's a good chunk of these that I haven't played, but we'll do our best to see what I think. There's a lot here. They've even got the definitive editions and the normal AoEs, so that's gonna be interesting. So AD, I've never actually played it, but I've seen gameplay and it looked like a fairly solid game, and from what I've seen online about the general response to it seemed pretty good. This I've not seen or played. I don't know why there's two categories for that, but Age of Empires 1. Now I'm going to put that in the B category because personally I thought Age of Empires 2 was far better, but also for its time AoE 1 was pretty good. You got to consider like the time it came out and things like that, but they have done a definitive edition and now they've added it to number 2 as DLC, which I found really strange. So you can either play the normal definitive edition or the classic, or you can play the AoE 1 incorporated into number 2 with the AoE 2 engine. It's really strange. I would say the same for its DLC expansion. This I've not heard of. I'm gonna put Anu in the C category. They're very good games and they do well for themselves. I've only really played the 1400 one, so I don't really know about this. But yeah, all the if you let me know what you thought of that. But yeah, once again, so Age of Empires 2 I'm gonna put up in the A category. Actually, I'm gonna put that in S because I thought they were fantastic, but I'm gonna put their DLCs in A because I thought the DLCs weren't quite as good. But Age of Empires Kings and Conquerors were a large part of my childhood. It's what got me into RTS aside from Battle for Middle-earth. And I felt like Age of Empires did free build a lot better than BFME did. But yeah, they were just such a great time of my childhood and I loved them so much. Like Age of Mythology deserves to be up there as well. I didn't know there was like 3 expansions, but yeah, that was kind of like a weird combination of Age of Empires 1, 3, and added with gods, which was really interesting. It reminds me of a city builder called Master of Olympus, which is like city building classic in ancient times with gods that interact with your city, which was cool. But yeah, Mythology is deeply loved by fans and they are remaking it. So we'll have a definitive edition for them. Now, Age of Empires 3, you're gonna kill me, but I honestly like them equally to AoE 2. Once again, massive part of my childhood. I think AoE 3 gets kind of a bad reputation. I don't understand why. Because, like, they're, like, still great games, and it's what really brought the 3D, like the 3D got incorporated into 3 and it was really good. And they did fix certain things like no drop-off points, which made the game a bit smoother to play. The campaign stories were really interesting and I thought really cool. I mean, the Asian dynasties, and actually, I'm going to put the War Chiefs down in C, because I thought the War Chiefs was B, sorry. I'm going to put it C, because the War Chiefs actually, the campaigns weren't as good, but and I felt like the actual civs weren't that unique. They were unique, but they could have been done better. That's when Definitive Edition comes in there. Now, BFME 1, I put up there with S tier, because I love BFME 1. I felt like the build style was extremely unique for its time, and they were just fantastic game, and the campaign was really fun. Especially with the, like, you build up as you go along and you get rewarded for doing that. I'm actually playing the Shadow and Flame mod at the moment on the main channel. Rise of the Witch King and 2 can go in A tier because I didn't like them quite as much, but they were still great games. This is not including mods, so I'm not considering mods into the equation. If I was considering mods, Rise of the Witch King would probably go in S tier. BFME 2, like, I found the campaign pretty short and easy, and like the free build just at the time seemed like lazier. I don't know why they really went into it. Command & Conquer 4 can go in D tier. I don't think I even have to explain why, but they completely altered the build system. They made it really basic. It was just like a mobile game where you just spam units and hope for the best. I haven't played that Command & Conquer, but I've played this one, and this one's pretty good. And I haven't played these two, but I've seen enough gameplay to know they do get a pretty solid mention. Especially number 3 I loved, especially Kane's Wrath. They were so fun, and they actually run on the same game engine as BFME, and they were great games. Company of Heroes deserves a pretty decent say, because it was pretty much one of the most solid World War II RTS games there is, and they're just so fun and like relaxing, and I love them. God, I haven't heard of any of these. I might, yeah. Dawn of War I've played. I'll put it in C. Dawn of War 2 was a little bit better, but they're also very, God, there's so many of them. I haven't played them all individually, so I'm gonna hover them around the same area. Yeah, I haven't played in a really long time, but they were good for their time and they were solid. Dune? I didn't know there were Dune games. Earth. I haven't played these. Yeah, see, like, Empire Earth. Fun fact about that game, I bought number 3, but I bought like an expansion back in the day when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to play this, and it's like, you need the other one to play it, and I was like, back. Star Wars RTS game. I'll put that in C, because they were alright. They were kind of basic, but they were fun to play and things like that. But yeah, they were good for their time. Alright, maybe instead of going through all these, I might just like leave the ones I haven't played. Yeah, alright. Red Alert, great games. They were very, very good. I would actually almost put them, they are a B. What else? Oh yeah, these Red Alerts were probably the best, though. They can go up with Is that a red alert game? I think so. I can't see. No, I don't think it is. I can't see. I'm blind. Alright, Rise of Nations actually isn't a bad game. It's kind of like not known very well, but it was like a... It reminds me of Age of Mythology in a lot of ways with the concepts of it, but it was like your standard RTS. But it was interesting for its time. Stronghold Crusades. Yeah, they deserve a good mention. Like, they are brilliant games. Stronghold 3. We're actually remaking one of them at the moment. Stronghold Legends. Let's see. Yeah. StarCraft, I'm going to put in D because I just think they're really boring and not that great. I don't get the hype about it, honestly. Oh, there's a lot here. Maybe I should, so I can actually get to the bottom. Halo Wars. Put that in C. It was a good game. Good games. Kind of very Command and Conquer-y. Northgard, actually. I'm gonna put that in A. Northgard is a fantastically great game. Like, it is, like... So it's very Norse-based. It's got elements of city building, RTS. It's got, like, God sort of influence, things like that. So that affects the game. It's really interesting. You should have a look at it. It's, like, definitely worth having a crack. Rise of Nations. Did I do that one before? Maybe I didn't put it in. It was a good game. Good game. See, like... see, there's a lot here that I haven't even heard of. Warcraft 3... Definitely go and see. We played that LAN a lot in school. I thought it was quite good. Yeah, they're not bad. These are a lot of games. I did play Supreme Commander for a bit. I'll put that in C. It was alright. I don't remember it that much, so it can't have been that great. Jesus. But yeah, the Warcraft series is generally fairly decent. Where did Warcraft go? Where'd it go? I think I've gone blind. Hopefully. Oh yeah, it's there. Warcraft. Yeah, Warcraft is good. Like, they're good games, like, overall. Like, yeah, we played LAN in high school. It was pretty rad. Frozen Throne's probably the one we played the most. D. Age of Empires on, like, sucked. It was, like, weirdly cartoony. It was just not fun. And, like, yeah, it was just not my thing. Stronghold. Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk about that. Star Wars Battlegrounds is actually not bad. Like, they ran off the same engine as AoE 2. They were quite good. I don't think I played any of these. Well, gotta do the definitives. And 4. And Stronghold Warlords. Warlords I'll put in D category. Okay, I'm just gonna slide these up there so I can see them. Alright. So, Age of Empires 4, I'm going to put in B category. Like, the campaigns are alright, the gameplay's pretty decent overall. The graphics I'm not a huge fan of. Stronghold actually can stay in D. Warlords was just not fun. It didn't feel very balanced, and I found it chronically boring. Command & Conquer Remaster, yeah, that can sit in there. I only played a tiny bit. So AoE 3 and 2 can go in S class. I'm going to put Definitive Edition in D because somehow they broke it so much. It was so unbalanced and just didn't run well. It took ages for them to fix it. But like, I'd actually confidently say the Definitive Editions of 2 and 3 improve on the game so much and make them just as great and kept the original feel. But yeah, there's a fair few games just haven't played it. I'm gonna have to go through these and actually play them. I've heard the Settlers are really good. I'm not gonna put them up there because I haven't played them, but I've heard good things, especially about the later ones. Anyway, yeah, tell me what you think of the games I didn't cover because it'd be good to know like what they're like and things. I think I've seen gameplay of Battleforge before. I don't remember thinking it looked amazing. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think down below, just overall. So, Command & Conquer 4 and StarCraft, I kind of put in the same realm of just repetitive, boring, not that interesting, futuristic style done one. AoE Online was just crap. It was just this weird, basic, cartoony version of the game for online play. It was just terrible. Warlords could have been amazing, but just didn't hit home. Like, I'd almost put it in C, but I've put like the older ones in C, and they're much better. And AoE 1 Definitive Edition was a real hit and miss until they fixed it. Like, it could probably go C, but because of how bad its launch was, nah. C class, so like Halo Wars, Rise of Nations, Warcraft and all that, they're in the same sort of category to me where they're very good games. It's hard to choose because like I could almost say Company of Heroes was on par with Halo, so I might actually change that. Company of Heroes 2 was better. But yeah, it was interesting to see a World War II RTS. Warcraft I actually like more than World of Warcraft. I actually thought Star Wars Battlegrounds were better than Empire at War, but the great Star Wars RTS has not been explored much. The Command & Conquers are generally amazing games. Like, they sit up here up with BFME and stuff. People will probably get mad because I put BFME and Rise of the Witch King. Command & Conquer and Rise of the Witch King on the same level, so you know. But I'm not counting mods and things, so you got to think of like vanilla Rise of the Witch King and BFME 2 were pretty Chad. Like, they just weren't good. That great. But even vanilla BFME 1, at least it had the campaign going for it. Like, the Rise of the Witch King campaign was just boring and so easy. You got to think of multiplayer, skirmish, campaign. Like, you got to think of all of it and how it comes together. EA, for some reason, couldn't balance those games very well. Interestingly, like, mod teams have done a better job at balancing those games, which is a big thing because they had like nothing to work with to begin with. Anyway, yeah, that's all for now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time, and goodbye for now. Welcome back to the end of the video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you can subscribe to my channel, check out my Patreon, and all that below. Patreon gives you nice little benefits, supports the channel. You get your own private Discord, which I will show down here, with behind the scenes stuff. So that's cool, and you get updates and stuff that you wouldn't normally get. So yep, we have our main Discord, which is shared between Nadoline and me, where you get updates from all our stuff. You get mod news, gaming news, lots of chats and things like that. We also have the BFME English community, which is kind of a Tolkien community where we just have updates from Loring's content creators, but there's no pings on them, so other than me and Nadoline. But there's a lot of information here. This is the old DOA server, which means DOA is not completely out of the question. And don't forget to check out my social media. I now have a link tree. I'll post the screenshots above. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the future. Goodbye for now.